I've got a book haul. These are some books that I picked up over the last few weeks, including my trip to the most amazing bookstore. So let's go through the books that I got. So the amazing bookstore that I went to was a Powell's in Portland, Oregon. If you've ever been to Powell's, you know how incredible this place is. The store is the size of a city block. It's 3 stories. It was incredible. And while I wanted to pick up so many more books than this, I was traveling with just a backpack on a train, so we just got these 4. Well, technically 3 are from the bookstore and one's not, but I'll show that to you. So the first book I picked up is The Dead Romantics. I just read The 7-Year Slip and absolutely loved it, and I want to read more of her books, so I picked up this one. I've heard good things about it. And this book, Raiders of the Lost Hearts, I just bought on a whim. I had never heard of it, but it looked so cute. It's giving that like Indiana Jones archaeologist vibes and totally looks like a cute read. And bonus, I was reading up on the author and she's from the Pacific Northwest. So super excited to read this one. It looks really cute. And then when I was there, it was the release day for Releasing 10. So I just had to pick this one up. Now, have I read any of this series yet? No, but I have all the books sitting on my shelf over here. I do plan to read this whole series soon. So I've heard great things about it. Okay, and the book that wasn't actually from Powell's, but there was an author standing outside of Powell's telling people about his book. So of course I want to support authors, and I picked up his book. It's called Nostalgic Blood. It's by Jay Crockett. It sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. Not quite sure when I'll get to it, but had to support an author that was out there selling his books. Okay, so then these other 2 books are from a trip to Barnes & Noble. The in-person book club that I go to meets at Barnes & Noble, so I can't leave without getting at least 1 book, and I got 2 this time. So I finally got the first book, Bridesmaid for Hire. I had the second and third book and couldn't find the first book anywhere, and finally found it at this Barnes & Noble. It seemed to have been sold out everywhere else. So I'm glad to have all 3 books, so now I can start this series. I'm really excited to read more Megan Quinn. And then I picked up Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have been wanting to read this series so much. I've heard it's so much fun. I've heard it's hilarious. I wanted to get all the books, but I figured I should probably just start with the first one. But I'm really excited to dive into this. And the last book I have is a pre-order I got through Barnes & Noble. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of The Night and the Moth with the sprayed edges. This book is absolutely stunning. I'm in love with it and I'm already reading it. I'm on chapter 10 and it's so good so far. So that's my book haul from the past few weeks. If you've read any of these, let me know which ones are good and which ones I need to read right away. And don't forget to follow if you want to see what I think of these after I read them.